Hey everybody says something or another. This is episode 58 and I'm
58. I don't know why we're doing music right now.
You know why?
No,
Well,
not really.
So I'm Alex, by the way.
This is Boshka.
Right, and in this episode we are kind of discussing maybe or maybe not the the musical that we just finished watching called
Yes.
In the Heights.
Oh, so it's in the Heights. It's
In the
not the Little Dream thing.
No, it's called In the Heights. And
Ah.
so my prediction was that Basha was gonna love it,
I don't know about love it.
but you do love it.
I like it. It was enjoyable.
He was like, I don't know about love it, but yeah. give me your impressions. Go. No spoilerinos.
It was great. It was great. Like the performance, the song, the style, the situation, the atmosphere, the
Everything.
cultural crisis. I guess that's the way to say it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels real. It feels something that you could relate to, especially if you're like
Like an
a
immigrant.
first gen,
Yeah,
first gen
exactly.
immigrant.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
the roughness, the unfamiliarity, the confusion, the sense of loneliness, the solidarity,
Oh yeah,
everything.
Yeah,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure. Yeah. I think I like the story as well.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they had more. Well, this movie is about like the Latin community
right,
from Dominican Republic,
right.
mostly, anyways, from from DR. And I kind of wish that they used more Spanish, but I can understand why they didn't.
Yeah,
It's because the casual audience doesn't want to read subtitles. Remember? We talked about.
True.
Okay? So that being said, I do wish they spoke a little bit more Spanish. I know they sprinkled it sometimes in their conversations.
With this, that they put subtitles on one end,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there are also some part when they say stuff.
They didn't get subtitles.
Yeah, then get subtitles and
Yeah.
you don't really know what it means.
I think because if you're from the States, I guess, or like from that area, those are the most common phrases they use.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. I forget what words they use exactly, but there are some words like, bonita, abuela, like those are the stuff that you probably hear often all the time. Anyways, right? So I mean, it's not that bueno, I mean, you probably know all those words anyways.
I've been saying it anyway.
Exactly. That being said, again, I like the characters.
I do.
I like their performances.
Insanely.
Yeah,
It was great. It was really great. The dances,
Yeah,
the way the dances and the song, pretty much all choreography, the way it was portrayed was really, really
Yes.
smart.
Oh, and I like how the songs aren't just like random songs either. They're kind of like sing talking almost.
Yeah, it's and then they kind of mix styles too, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And it was great. Yeah.
yeah. But I find it not weird, but like all the females are doing like this big vocal parts, and all the males are kind of like doing this like rappy kind of thing. I kind of wish they mix it up a little bit.
I don't know. I personally, I mean, doesn't the female part also have like some little bit like rappy part too, especially with like the Nina part and whatnot?
No, they're
No?
no. So the actresses who played Vanessa and Nina, the two main female leads, they had like the bigger female voice, right? The more softer female voice. But then you had the characters like Usnavi or Benny. When they came on, they're just full of swag and
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
But it was cool. It was
Yeah.
really, really
No,
cool.
don't get me wrong, it's cool. I kind of wish they're like they had the interchangeable parts. You know.
See, the thing is, like, I could tell, like Benny, like he had the big like super vocal part, right? Because you could tell in like just the first couple of performance, he could like do the rap ish. He could also sing like with the big vocal kind. Like you could tell that he's very what do you call it, proficient
yeah,
at singing and whatnot, right?
Right.
But for Usnavi and whatnot, you can't really tell. At least for me, I don't know if he does like proficient at singing like.
I think he is from a musical, but I'm not sure of his background. But I do know he has like some kind of theater musical background
Experience and-
yeah, I just don't know if he's like a part of Broadway musicals.
I see.
Yeah. And the other female lead, Vanessa, I don't know what her background is, but I just know that one of them is a dancer. So it's probably Vanessa.
And I'm thinking Vanessa because I think she has the dancer's body.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Boshka has nonstop compliment every time she was on screen.
Holy crap, muscle definition.
Calm down there, okay? Calm down.
Hey, I'm as calm as I can be.
That's my wife who you're talking about, okay?
Sure, you have fun with that. I'll enjoy watching.
You sick monster.
Thank you.
All right, so did you think you would enjoy this movie as much as you thought you would?
I always come to a musical with the, oh, really? I'm not watching musical.
Really?
Yeah, always.
Oh, okay.
Because I know that most of the time that motivation will get betrayed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because most, at least the several ones that we watch,
yeah,
it's always started,
kind of slow,
kind of slow, and then it start go hyping up fast.
Yeah,
and that's when if for me personally, it has been matching because I'm in them too, right?
Yeah.
And then as build up, it builds me up too.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I'm kind of glad it's that way because if I come in like hyper and then it goes down, it feels like the mood swing will make me lose interest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So how about this movie? Did that do that same thing to you?
Yeah, definitely. Because I came in, I was like, and I start doing this, and then they kind of show like the background while singing and whatnot. I'm like, I see. And then my favorite character showed up, and I'm like, oh. So I'm like, all right,
okay,
here we go.
So what part was the one where just like, whoa, I'm in for the ride?
Well, Benny showed up and started singing and doing cool stuff, doing the diss talk and whatnot. I'm like, yep, this guy.
Oh, so it's like pretty much like 5 minutes into the movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Because at first I was like, okay, musical, okay, so that's the love interest and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, all right. Oh, this is fun.
You make it sound like you have a man crush on this guy.
I don't know about a man crush, but the thing is, like, the interaction between those three it's very similar to how I am back home hanging out with my friends. That's what we do. We just make fun of each other. We try to pushing at each other, doing the things that we know 100% they're not gonna do.
Yeah,
So we just go like, come on, do it, and just make fun, like stuff like that. Come on, you suck. It felt that way. It kind of reminds me.
But you know what sucks?
Feeling, yeah?
But you know what sucks though is that Usnavi and Benny they stopped interacting like halfway through the movie.
Kind of, but the thing is, like, I'm okay with that because they have one part, right, when they talk about the lottery when they win the 96K one and they start saying whatnot. They have this thing. I think it was Pete too, or who was the fourth person, and then there's another fourth person. Was that?
I think that was Pete. Yeah,
it was Pete, right? Yeah. And they were like doing all this,
all this
the smoke
talk.
and the whatnot. Yeah, I thought that was really sick. I think that interaction kind of like makes it okay. Well, they're cool throughout. Like it kind of established it for me.
Yeah, like they're best friends.
And then I'm happy that the fact it was over there because they were done. They're buddies, and now they're doing their goal. Right now they're pursuing the female lead and whatnot, and now they're focused on that. And I really like that.
Oh, okay. I can see your point, but I kind of wish they had something at the end, like maybe their kids interacting with each other or something, just like that.
Maybe, but the thing is, like for me, I know you call them like the second main lead and second female lead, right?
Yeah.
For me, they are like important character, but if there's anything, they are kind of like goes to secondary character to me.
Yeah.
Like both Nina and Benny. Yeah. Because in the end of the day, the main focus is still Usnavi and
Vanessa. Yeah.
That's right. Sure. So
okay. I see. Right. Shall we move on to the characters? And
most definitely. Let's go.
Let's get into the meat of it. So since we're talking about them already, let's talk about Nina and Benny. What do you think of their character backgrounds?
For me, out of the four characters, probably Nina is the one that I'm not very invested on.
Really?
Yeah.
Because her story, I think, was probably the most
relatable to me.
Yeah. Like her interaction with her dad too, right? Mm-hmm. Like her dad is sacrificing everything just so she can go through the experience, like the life that he never had. Mm-hmm. And she is just like saying like all this pressure she can't keep up with, and like how she's dealing with the racism back in Stanford, and she's like not happy there. But I guess by the end of the movie, she's like, fuck it, I'm just going to go back to school.
Well, because the thing is, like, again, I don't know, it's because, like, I understand her thought very much, that I wasn't interested in her in her story. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I can tell, like, with the stuff, and like, I know what's going to happen, and I can tell why she would change too, like the epiphany moment and whatnot. I can tell, like, because the whole time, like, there was the one talk about with the Abuela.
Yeah.
About the small little detail to show the dignity, even if it's a small fine thing to show them that we are not invisible and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And even after, especially after, spoiler alert, she passed away, that word kind of carved even deeper, right?
Yeah.
And then that kind of it's enough to, how do I say this, solidify her thought, so to speak.
No, like, because I also understand her viewpoint too. Like, I not really want to go back to school, right? Just because she didn't feel home there, but also like the financial burden that she placed on her father made it tough for her to want to go through with it too. But
because from my point of view, at least in the beginning of the movie, and she was saying all this stuff. For me, the only thing that came across to me was that she's immature. She can't handle the responsibility or like the expectation that was placed on her, right?
Yeah.
Which is normal, but well, a lot of people would probably know this too. But it's an opportunity. You will struggle, especially you will, and you should, because it's an opportunity that's not easy to come, right?
Yeah.
It's a chance to go above and beyond. You should take it, no matter how thorny path it is, right?
Yeah. That's what the whole, I guess.
That's the whole, exactly.
Yeah. All these characters are going through these thorny paths.
For an opportunity.
Yeah, for an opportunity. And they found out that, hey, you know, this opportunity is here all along. Yeah. And we just got to recognize it and take it. But in that regard, Benny got the shaft in that.
Pretty much, because he lost his job at the end of the day.
He lost
and he also, during the blackout moment, the climax of the story, he pretty much left the girl to do the right thing.
Honestly, I thought that should have been a cute moment where there's like, okay, let's both go to the store and start helping people, because she's done it too before. Remember in the beginning where there's their first duet together.
Yeah,
she was like, "Oh, I did this once or twice," right? So it's like that would have been a perfect moment where the father, the daughter, and him, the future son-in-law, working together.
For me, honestly, I don't know, because for me, I'm happy it is, because Benny's like my favorite character in the movie. That was a moment like where he shined even brighter. Because out of the four, even when they're together, when whatnot, I felt personally like Benny character has the most like stage presence. Like
he has the swag.
He has the presence. Like when he sing, you could see that he is a main character. You could tell. And that's why, like, during that moment too, he's like, you know what, you stay with Usnavi, and then I gotta go somewhere. And then he went somewhere and did thing, and I was like, God damn, this dude is cool.
Honestly, I thought, because when Vanessa, not Vanessa, when Nina said, like, hey, where are you going? He's like, I got to do my job because it's the right thing to do, right? Yeah. He's like, there's a pregnant lady, there's people who need help.
And there was a lot, people. It was like...
Yeah, and then she was like, what the heck? Like, I think that was actually a good moment where it was showing, like, he's not running away from his responsibilities, even though he knows.
No, because I don't think that's, well, how do I say this? I don't take that as a responsibility thing. I don't think that's
no, but like Nina was running away from her responsibilities. Vanessa, Usnavi, but Benny was the only.
Ben never does.
Yeah, exactly. Benny was the only one that actually followed through.
Always, yeah.
So I think that was like a nice contrast between the three characters. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he didn't get enough, or not enough, but
because
not a whole lot.
Yeah, because he already has like he's
like almost like a complete character.
Yeah.
The only thing that wasn't completed is his unwillingness to commit to the relationship. I think that was his problem in the movie.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, well, that honestly couldn't happen because Nina's problem, right?
Yeah.
Unless that resolved, they can't do anything. So
exactly, yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, maybe. I think that was his character journey, right? Like he wasn't willing to commit to the relationship with Nina, and then Nina is trying to run away and doesn't know who she is. I don't know. I think that was a great character dynamic. Okay, let's move on to the other two, Usnavi and Vanessa.
Right.
So Vanessa was a fashion designer, uninspired, doesn't know what to do. Usnavi,
like most of us.
right? Usnavi, running a grocery store, wants to go back home to the Dominican Republic because he thinks that's where
that's
the
his
best
destiny. Yeah, that's gonna
his
be
destiny
is. Yeah,
because his dad used to run a shop there. He wants to go there and run the shop. Thinks the grass is greener on the other side. Turns out the grass is pretty green on this side already, which is why he chooses to stay.
Because for me, honestly, like Usnavi, like story.
Yeah.
At least his objective in the beginning.
Mm.
For me at least, felt like it's a very conflicting with the rest of the community, right?
What do you mean?
Because the whole community immigrate from DR to here, and they all went painstakingly, right?
Yes,
They went a lot of struggle and whatever, but Usnavi is trying to do the other way around, right? He's trying to leave
Yeah, yeah.
because to get to that point, it may be a shitty job and whatever, but it was something they had to go through a lot to get to that point, right?
Yeah, for a better
and he's just
opportunity.
trying to go, you know what? I'm just gonna go home and do whatever, and it's still aimless too, as far as I can see it. So I was like, because that's the thing. Like for me, I'm like, why is he doing this? Like, why is he trying to go back? I know there's like the dreams with like a memory of the dad and whatever and whatnot, and like dad legacy and whatnot. Sure, but didn't you guys get here? Like, didn't he get to where he is right now because his dad decided to throw it out and try to move forward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Because I think his character is like he's kind of stuck in the past almost.
Yeah.
Right. Like he doesn't want to believe that
that is his destiny.
That like that grocery store is his destiny. Because you can see in the beginning of the movie, it's kind of run down. The fridge doesn't work. Everything is kind of like dirty and stuff.
Because for me, honestly, if there's anything, I think the growth of Usnavi is not. I mean, even at the end, the store is still the store. They have like some clothing and whatever now, but it's still.
But it's all brightened up. It's all freshly painted.
That was because because the thing is like for me the character development is actually his point of view, right? He thought that he was stuck there, right?
Yeah.
That crap sack was just like the corner.
Yeah.
It's just, and he's looking down on it, right? He's looking down on the job.
Exactly.
That's why he's not, what is it?
He's not satisfied there.
Satisfied and appreciating all because he got there, not just by himself, right? As we said earlier.
Yeah.
It's through a lot of things happening and a lot of people and a lot of, blood, sweat, and tears, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then at the end, I think he realized that, right?
Yeah.
Especially after the Abuelita talk and whatnot. And then all the painting and all the memories and whatnot together.
Yeah.
Reminds him that he's there and it's a legacy, right?
And he was also talking about how the Heights, that area, eventually is going to get closed down. It's going to get renovated and it's going to change to all these hipsters and high class people. So that's actually a part of the reason why he wanted to stay too. To stay and
Just
keep
stay
the
in
heritage.
exactly.
Yeah.
The culture and everything.
Exactly. Because the big ensemble song where everyone's singing and dancing in that area was like very much the Latin pride, right?
Yeah.
Dominican Republic pride, which I thought was awesome.
It was great, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, this is who we are, and we're not gonna go down,
We're not gonna go down silently, yeah.
Exactly.
Hear our voice.
Yeah. So I thought it was pretty cool.
It is cool.
Vanessa's character though.
For me, Vanessa is
she chasing like
mystery.
a dream that she doesn't know what she wants?
I don't know what she's doing the whole movie.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I like her character. I
I
just
do. I like her
don't know
character.
her motivations.
Because I know her struggle. The things that she was trying really hard to get to this new place, right?
Yeah.
And in that new place, she's trying to, do her
Fashions plus.
fashions and whatnot, trying to get more attention because it's a more
fancy area, I suppose?
yeah, it's because it's a downtown area, right? That's what she said in one of her songs.
Yeah.
Like a downtown area to get like an area somewhere, get a studio and do her thing there and catch more attention and make herself more popular and be successful. That's probably the goal from the beginning.
Yeah.
And so the whole time, I think she's just trying to get that place, right? Until the part where she tried to apply to the rent thing, and then they were like, "Oh, you need the credit, blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
Denied,
Yeah.
right? And then from there on, now she's just aimlessly wallowing in despair. That's how I see it.
I think it would have been nice to have her go through some kind of racist system, I guess. I don't know. Because
doesn't she technically do?
I don't know if that was the So there's a scene where the realtor was just like, "Oh, no, sorry, we will not accept your application." And then this white couple comes in.
Yeah, and they're
So-
like accepted right away.
Almost, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the point of
Yeah.
that scene, or it they just happened to have extras that are just like that. I don't know. But it would have been nice to be more like directly about it.
I don't know if they want to do that though, right?
I mean, they weren't afraid to talk about how
Yes,
Nina
but they don't want to show a blatant act of racism, right?
Why not? It happens in real life. It can
Of
happen in
course.
movies.
Well,
This movie isn't for white people. This movie is for the Latin community.
I know.
Yeah, yeah.
But who's gonna? Well, I mean,
Who's gonna watch
movie.
it?
That's the thing. Who's gonna watch it, right? Who are you?
The immigrants.
right now. You're Chinese, I'm Indonesian. We're still watching. It was a great movie. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
But
a
that's
great
the thing.
movie is a great movie.
Like what I'm saying is that like it's not that. It's just like the act of racism itself. Sometimes could what do you call it? Comes out too strong. I don't know if that.
I mean, they don't. I mean, they can tastefully do that scene with racist undertones.
Maybe because that's the thing. Right now, the mood of the movie is very light.
Yeah.
The crisis and whatever is a very light tone. Even like probably the deepest like biggest like emotional impact was done very lightheartedly too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It was just her walking, telling all her stories and all her legacy, right?
Yeah.
The Abuelita,
Yeah, yeah.
and just keep going on, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then all the thing happening and whatnot, but then it was still lighthearted. Like I think if you put racism and like big thing in that, I think it would change the tone of the movie quite a
Not
bit. don't you
really.
think?
I mean, Nina had a story, right?
True.
Where she was that racist.
Yeah, but it's a talk, right?
Yeah.
They didn't show it.
So can Vanessa have that small
Oh, a
scene.
small talk.
Yeah.
You mean?
I mean, it's not a huge part of the scene, but because without that scene,
But
what
the thing's
else
like
is she-
Nina's already did it. You know what I mean?
so
If she does the same thing, we'd be like, what, you two? Well, I guess it's a whole community game getting smashed.
Just because-
But
so it's like you're saying if you experience something racist, I can't experience something racist.
well, it's a movie. Why would like 7 characters have the same problem that we know everybody's facing? Like, yeah, it comes into play.
because it happens in real life.
Yes, of course
Just
it
because
does.
it happens to you doesn't mean it can't happen to me, and vice versa.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, we're not in a movie. And each people, if that's what I'm saying, right? Like, for me, even a movie, okay, we have 4 character, and then 2 of them face the exact same problem. Come on. Something more interesting could happen, right?
Why not?
That's why both me and you aren't a movie director, okay?
Well, the thing is, because I don't know what Vanessa's.
I don't either.
Yeah,
Don't get me
exactly.
wrong. I don't
What's
get
the deal. What's the deal with Vanessa?
Well,
I
she
don't
had a
know.
dream, and the dream is broken. Now she's just sad. Okay? That's her problem.
I
She's started
guess.
getting over it.
I guess. I don't
And
know.
then, because she couldn't handle it herself, there's no way she can do anything. She got a
Yeah.
stroke of luck, and that's her community helping her getting the whatever.
Yeah, but the weird thing was like,
Yeah.
she was like, I can't do this on my own.
Yeah.
Usnavi, please stay. And he was like, okay. You know what I mean?
True.
But I don't know.
She's supposed to be the main main female lead.
Yeah,
too.
I think they could have done something differently with her.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, but the whole thing, I really don't know. I'm trying to think of something, but I can't.
I don't know. Maybe I have to rewatch it again or something.
Maybe
But
there's
I-
something that we missed.
Yeah, there must have been. Okay, and aside from the 4 main characters, there's also other side characters that had like little bits here and there to shine.
Yeah.
Like the salon lady.
Yeah.
I
Salon
thought-
ladies, like the leader of the salon lady,
Yeah, yeah.
is very
because
empowering.
when Abuela passed away.
Even before that, even when Nina just came back, right?
Yeah.
She leads the whole thing, and she was just like,
She's a good boss, right?
yeah,
So it was nice.
it was great.
She's the leader. She was
Yeah.
able to revive him with spirits.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that empowerment that she unleashed upon the people was like very refreshing to watch.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then there's also Usnavi's cousin, Sunny.
Yeah, Sunny.
His
Sunny's a
story.
great character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like his story.
I think his was good. Like
He
because
should have had
that
it.
was I want to say he needs more spotlight, but he got one right.
Oh, you know what?
But I don't think his story got concluded though. That's the thing.
It did kind of. It just ended on a
On a maybe, right?
maybe.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think actually what they should have done was have I don't know. I mean, maybe
Vanessa, Sunny's.
a story like they can be like brothers or sisters or something, and then they're both illegal, and they're struggling because they can't. Right? Because Usnavi is paying Sunny almost under the table.
Mhm.
right, through cash because he's not exactly a legal immigrant of the U.S. Right, so it would be nice to have Vanessa and Sunny maybe have their plot like be brothers and sisters, and then have them struggling because they are not exactly legal residents of this U.S. I don't know. Maybe that would have been better, and then that one she would be more like paranoid and concerned about these things. It would justify her.
I don't know. I don't know if I can agree or disagree with that one.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Again, these are like what if scenarios,
it's a what if thought.
Yeah. But anyways,
but I think one of the characters that's pretty great that only spoke like 3 lines was Sunny's dad, right?
Oh yeah.
He said one cryptic line. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, oh, so that's what he meant.
Because
that was such a good use of character, dude.
Because we're lucky to be in a situation where we're gonna understand that. Right? We're fortunate, that we're in a fairly stable and legal status.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
Just no one calls the police.
Yeah, please.
But the thing is, even despite all this, the movie's still quite relatable for us because our family has immigrated from our home countries to here to provide for us to give us a better opportunity.
Who's we? I came here on my own. I'm the first gen.
Well, that's the thing. Your parents sent you here because they wanted you to have a better opportunity and a better life.
That's right.
And
I'm just standing here brazenly, by the way, like stone-faced. Yeah, and
because as you guys already know, Bashka keeps describing Indonesia as some mud hole.
Yeah, go there. You'll understand. Just avoid the
like snowing in Australia is what grass is to Indonesia. Apparently, everything's just brown. You know how it never snows in Australia? There's never any grass in Indonesia.
No, there are grass.
Okay.
Very, very dry.
Oh, okay. Just yellow.
Yes, yellow. And all the sky and the people are a dark shade of brown. Everything's kind of grayscale. People's faces are very, very mushy. It's hard to see.
All right.
You don't know if it's a dust or your tears. It's just one or the other.
I don't think Indonesia is that as bad as you think make it out to be.
Yeah, no. Not when you're a tourist, no.
No, it's worse.
I'm just trying to remember the good time, okay?
No, but seriously, yeah, so for this movie, even though it's about the Latin community, the fact that any immigrants can relate to it is a very powerful message.
Definitely, yeah.
And there's also other characters. Abuela's character.
Yeah.
Her journey was actually quite
intense.
Yeah. Like
she's probably one of the first gen, right? She's the one who
she raised everybody there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why they call her Abuela. It's not because she's
not blood. Like, it's mentioned in the movie too. Like, she's not blood. Like, she's not a blood family, but she pretty much like the mother of the whole district.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. So it's crazy. And she was thinking about how her life in Cuba was familiar and happy, and she doesn't know if she wants to stay on this plane or move on to the next.
Yeah.
But she was saying like how she's satisfied and she's happy. So whatever path she takes, she'll be okay with it.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like, whoa, like, you never see a character dealing with like death like that, because there's always like some kind of lingering regret or whatever.
Well, that's the thing, because like it shows like in her like final monologue too, right? Like her saying that she went through a lot. She was struggling with English, struggling to find a job. Finally landed a job as a maid.
Yeah, exactly.
And then was just struggling and just like strutting and just helplessly moving forward to survive, right?
Yeah.
But at the end, after all her work and whatever, now she's surrounded with a family, right?
Yeah.
And that's why she's just like very lightheartedly look away from the camera and walk forward, right?
Yeah. And on her literal deathbed, she was like smiling and just happy and just looking at everyone interacting and playing bingo and as
that's a dream death.
Her catchphrase is patience and faith, which I think is
it's a message to a lot of people, really.
Yeah.
It's a strong message. Patience and faith.
Yeah. patience and faith. That's something that we often forget and overlook. Definitely overlook. Because not many people are patient, and most people definitely don't have faith in anything. Even in themselves, even the world, even the people next to them, even to their friends. I think that's it for all the characters that I can remember.
Yeah, I think that's the huge chunk of the whole
of the movie.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about the musical performances. Was there any songs that you're just like, yeah?
The thing is, like, everything fits so well with whatever, like the whole mood, and like every song doesn't just pop out of nowhere.
Yeah,
you could kind of tell, oh, a song is coming.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it blends in so naturally with the conversation.
Yes.
That it was just smooth.
Yes, that's why I like their idea or their way of doing it, which is kind of like sing talking.
Yeah.
It's like a musical, but conversationally.
Yeah, so it's not dictated by the musical. It's part of a whole
exposition
script kind of thing. Yeah.
Exactly. The exposition is through musical, which I mean, I know that's usually the case, but it's not like an actual like song and number, like a song and dance number, right? It's an actual like conversation between two characters, and it's flowing well with the beat of the song as well.
And the way they portray it too, like a couple of times. I even said this to Alex, like this is like why I hate musical that was done like this.
Yeah.
Because I can't keep my eye on one thing because there's everything. When the main characters are singing or whatever, in the background there's dancers doing things. Like sometimes there's an interaction, whatnot. It was just like everything, so much information.
Yeah.
So beautifully choreographed too. So I was like, I don't know where I'm looking at. I'm looking at everything. I liked it. It was.
I think the one thing that I would liked was the character's costume.
What happened to the costume?
It's because their clothes didn't really stand out to me. I don't know.
I think that's fine.
Because, I know, like that's not the point of the movie. But it would have been nice to see like some nice looking clothes on certain characters, right?
No, I don't think so. Because even till the end of the movie, none of them goes go to the well-off situation, right? So nice pair of clothes doesn't really make sense,
I guess. But it would have been, or like have a unique design on the clothes.
What do you mean by that?
Like a graphic T-shirt or something. Something that's
they kind of did at the end, didn't they?
With what?
Like the last part with the rags and whatnot.
Yeah, that's Vanessa's design.
Yeah, Vanessa's design.
No, but I mean, like in like the only shirt that stood out to me that I can remember was the one that says Nueva York. I was like, oh.
For me, it was the yellow shirt that it was just a blank shirt, yellow shirt that Usnavi was using. I was like,
yeah, but as you mentioned, now that you say it, it makes sense in the terms of the story because they're all like struggling.
Yeah, because they're trying to survive, right? They won't have like where the hell is this guy? Exactly. Solid clothes, But another thing that really piqued my attention was the dancer. Holy crap!
Everything amazes you. The singing, the singers, the dancers.
I think I reacted more insanely than when I was watching Marvel movie. I'm like, yo, look at the dancer. Holy crap. That is some sharp movement. Like, dude, footstep. I was like,
because in a way, this movie, like musicals, like is more interactive.
Yes, I think so too.
Like when you're enjoying the song, you want to move and dance to it, right? With Marvel movies, you're just like, ooh.
You're in it, like you're watching it. You're immersed in it, right? Because it's a
eye candy
story. Yeah.
This is eye candy, right? You just you pop it in your mouth, you eat it, and you're done, and you move on to the next meal, right? But this one,
you kind of like chew on it
and
enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what else?
So we talk about music style. We talk about the dancers.
Oh, there's a little bit of controversy surrounding this movie.
Oh,
yes. So because they're mostly Dominican Republic Republicans, I think, right?
I just shorted the DR.
Yeah, so they're mostly from the DR, right? There should be more characters with darker skin, right? Like a Benny, right? So, I guess, like we talked about this, we always talk about this, right? Is casting the right actors and performers for the role.
I think won't it be pretty hard
to just cast black people?
Well, no, to do the whole choreography because like I think it was from a musical, right?
Yeah.
And I think they take the dancer and whatever straight from the musical to the movie, did they not?
I mean, you're saying there's no black dancers?
Of course there is, but would they be in a huge group? Is there a lot of... I'm not sure about this.
I don't know, because I've never been
Yeah.
to Dominican Republic. I don't know anything about the culture.
Yeah, neither do I.
But I just know that there's controversy surrounding that because of there's no representation of the darker skinned people.
Oh.
Right? So I don't know. I can't say for sure. I don't have...
We don't have...
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to Dominican Republic, so I can't say. But I just do know that there are darker skinned people are from there, and they should have been more fairly represented.
I'm having the blank space cat face right now. I agree? Question mark.
Yeah,
I
because
suppose so. But I think it's really hard because if you're trying to represent like a certain ethnicity in a certain thing, and you have to, gather the people and have them all, learn how to dance and sing, I think that's pretty rough, don't you think?
No, I'd be hired dancers.
Oh.
You know what I mean? They can hire a dancing company. I'm sure there's talent agencies that are just like, hey, you want some dancers? Hire this dancing school. Hires these students that are going to be dirt cheap and know how to dance.
Don't look at me. I don't know anything.
Right?
And I don't know.
Have them in the background.
Yes, I hope so.
Have them in the background too, like you and me, we could have been waving the flag.
Again, wrong people, wrong place, wrong time, wrong movie.
Right? But like, I don't know. This is the conversation I'm always going to have, is just have the proper representation for the people. Like, come on, it's not that difficult.
For that, I don't know. I want to say probably. like maybe.
Would you feel pissed off if I casted a Filipino guy as an Indonesian?
If he does his acting right, why would I care?
And I have him speak terrible Indonesian.
Especially Indonesian, like, why do you hire this guy? Like, I would be like that.
Exactly.
Probably because, like, maybe his English is better than the rest of the Indonesian. Maybe. I'm like, okay.
No, I hired a Filipino guy who's like, hey, you look Indonesian, speak Indonesian. Oh, we'll just Google Translate it, whatever, fuck it.
I mean,
why not just hire an Indonesian guy? Why
not? The Indonesian can speak English. I'm like, yeah, probably no good looking people who know how to act. Like, they're missing skills. I'm like, yeah, I mean, better than teaching them how to do that. I'm like, whatever goes. That's why I'm not a director.
See, like, if I'm gonna have a character, I guess it doesn't matter if they're speaking English to some extent, but I'm gonna have them speak the mother tongue. I'm gonna hire the person that can speak it fluently, at least.
Of course.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna hire some random white guy and be like, you're Indonesian.
But how do I say this? Like, even if they could speak the native language, for example, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a. Okay, let's just even Indonesian, right? If you want to speak like an Indonesian language, there's like several sections of Indonesian.
Yeah,
people,
I'll just look at whatever's the most common one.
And then just go with it.
Yeah, go with that. Because you're not, or I guess like if I want a specific dialect, then I'll just look at which sounds better to me.
No,
because I don't know much about Indonesian culture. But
what about like Spanish? Because a lot of people, like a lot of countries, speak Spanish, right?
Oh yeah, and there's also different dialects
and whatnot. Yeah. So would you just find the one that?
Oh, I would probably just pick the most common one, which is probably like Mexican Spanish. Yeah, but maybe I'll pick a character that's from Colombia or from Venezuela or Bolivia. I don't know, something like that.
All right.
But now that I'm saying these things, it remind me of the food for whatever reason. Like we saw some of the food in the movie.
A little bit only though.
I know, right? I want to see more of the delicious food.
Yeah, because I think the Abuela was making something, right, for a little bit. Like I saw it was like cooking on the stove and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then even on the big party, they don't really show the food.
Yeah. Like, come on, man! You're celebrating your culture. I want to see the food.
I want to eat the food. Now I'm hungry. Come on.
That's the easiest way to get someone hooked on the culture. Is the music and the food.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
And the people. Wink.
I don't know what that means, but okay. I understand the music. I understand the food. the people, that's really
That's
really up in the air.
That's because Boshka is asexual. He reproduces asexually.
Yes, I split my face in half and then grew another me.
Like a reptile. Oh. Okay, so I guess that's all we have to say about that, eh?
I guess it was a really enjoyable movie.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think we have much to say about this movie.
We did, but then we go on for like around 40 minutes. So that's
we're trying to take a bullshit, right?
true.
Yeah. So what's your overall final
I want to give it
thoughts?
an 8.
You give it an 8, eh?
Yeah. I kind of want to give it like 7.5 or an 8, but I really enjoyed it, so I'll put it an 8.
I think I would give it an 8 as well.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you would have changed personally?
Well, again, Vanessa issues, right? We wanted to make clear like what she's doing and what she's facing with.
Yeah.
And second of all, because I don't know, because all the characters are doing great, right? They fulfill a role, they do stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like all the characters did something.
Yeah. There's no
wasted.
Especially like the highlighted character.
Yeah.
Meant something, fulfill a role, and has their own dilemma and that they're facing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And has a certain either message or a struggle that they're fighting, right?
Yeah.
So that I thought that was great. Wonder if there's anything else.
Nothing. I don't think so.
Yeah.
But after watching this movie, it kind of makes me wish that maybe in the future we'll be able to see a Asian American musical too. I think that would be pretty cool to watch. Well,
I mean, after Sanchi and whatnot, I think that possibility is like
it's growing.
Yeah, right? Especially like that. I think that movie did pretty well, didn't it?
Shang-Chi, yeah. There's the most recent Asian movies or Asian eccentric cast. Yeah. So it'll be Crazy Rich Asians and Shang-Chi, and both of them did pretty well. So I'm guessing that the possibility of having more Asian American movies is.
Because I think they've been doing it now, right? Like trying to cast the right ethnicity for the right ish, right?
Yeah.
So maybe this will be the start of it, right? The first step to
maybe.
We never know.
I would love to see more more
talents. Yeah.
More
because
like
there's always talents everywhere, right? You just need to be discovered.
I want to see more Middle Eastern kind of stuff too.
That would be pretty cool.
But I don't see, for my idea though, I don't want it to be just Asian Americans. I kind of want it to see but when I say Asian Americans, I mean like the yellow Asians, like the Chinese and the Koreans and the Japanese. I want to see more like Indians, Indonesians, Filipinos.
It's like Indians. My head is like doing like a Bollywood kind of thing, but in America. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Like I want to say Vietnamese. I want to see like all these other Asians in there, like mixed together. And that's
mixed together. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
why not?
Headache. I don't know. I'm imagining it. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of stuff.
I mean, like here, for example, there's the sushi restaurant. Beside that would be a Chinese restaurant. Beside that would be a pho restaurant. And beside that would be like an Indian restaurant.
And then
you know what I mean?
Go on a trip.
And then beside that would be Church's Chicken.
And then McDonald's.
And across the street is a Tim Hortons.
All in harmony.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what I mean? Like I want to see like that kind of vibe.
Yeah,
like,
I mean that's cool, but then you have to think about like like the plot and whatnot too, right? Like why are they there? We hate characters that exist just for the sake of existing, right? So I mean, good that they put people and whatever, but if they do nothing, I'd rather than not exist. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why you have to hire a good writer, aka us.
Don't bring me into this. I have no story. You gave me all the specification and no story pop up in my head. That's how headache I'm having right now.
Okay, well, this is like a what if, but like obviously we're not songwriters, so we can't make it.
Well, they're gonna make it musical, of course. Duh.
I want to make it a musical.
I do too, but I don't have the talent for it. I'm not good at making music.
And as you said, I want when we're watching a movie, I also want the movie to take place in Vancouver. It'll be so sick to see a musical.
It's definitely possible because everybody is here.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody is here, so.
Yeah, because we can have take place in Chinatown, do it in downtown.
Yeah, downtown is definitely a good place to do that.
Yeah, do it in Burnaby, doing everything.
Yeah,
like there's lots of locations here. People come here to film anyways.
Yeah,
and they pass it off as I don't know what the fuck it is, New York or LA, or San Francisco, literally any other city except Vancouver. Yeah, so I would that's my wish list. That's like a big dream of mine. that will probably never come true.
We don't know. Because the world of entertainment is evolving rapidly.
Right, but also the pace that the world is ending is even faster.
Yeah. So, well, here's the thing, right? The world is ending regardless. Might as well end it on a good note, right? If there's a lot of entertainment, why not? At least we'll die smiling.
Can you imagine? I'll call you up. He's like, yo, Bosh, the movie that I wanted is coming out. By the way, goodbye. Boom.
Yo. Remember? They're remaking this thing. Meteor's coming. Peace.
That's what's going to happen. I feel like that's what's going to happen.
If I'm going to die in excitement like that, I don't mind. I'm like, yo, dude, they announced the thing. You know? I would love it. I'm gonna tell you that. If my last moment was I was that hyper, that energetic, they're interested in something. Oof. I mean, imagine just sitting down in like the corner of a room, just like staring into a blank space and then just dying. I'd say, yo, you know.
All right.
The thing is, like, we're talking about this too. I was also thinking, like, oh yeah, but the world is ending at the pretty fast. And then you brought it. I'm like, yeah, I hate it when we think alike. I really do.
That's why we're partners.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So watching this movie kind of just inspired me to, not create a movie, but like hope to see something like it for our people.
Yeah, definitely. It's because this kind of thing is out of my creative thought.
Yeah.
Like I'm not good at human drama. Especially like, you know, people who struggle to survive in like modern day.
Yeah.
For me, it's something that I want to say that I take it as granted because of course everybody is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's a hard word. Like it's a hard world. It's people live and people struggle. People lose their way. People don't know what they're doing. They think they're doing the right thing, but there may be it's maybe their destiny. Maybe it's not. We never know, right? And people are scraping every day, trying to get to the next day and try to be better themselves, right?
Yeah, like, no, I understand what you mean. Like, even for me, like, in our last episode, I was saying, like, oh, I'm going to be 100 years old before I'm able to buy property. But, like, there are people out there who can't even afford a roof.
Can't even dream.
Yeah, can't even dream. I can't even...
That's the thing.
Even think of living in a space.
Because even me right now, there's a lot of crap on my back and whatnot. Yeah. But a lot of people would kill to be where I am right now. I'm in a really good position in life compared to a lot of the world, like out there.
But that's also the other thing that we have to understand is like just because
it's a good place doesn't mean we can be just
no. I mean like just because we have it better than some people doesn't mean that our struggles aren't real. You know what I mean?
True.
Like it doesn't negate their struggles.
True. Like we struggle and we also hard too. But then don't forget that we still have it better than they do.
I know, but like, you can't just be like, well, there's people starving out there, so I guess it's not that bad. I mean, sure,
but that's the thing, right?
But you can still.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can still feel that you're struggling and be tired. Yeah, totally. That's.
Don't negate your situation.
Yeah, because you also, struggle in your own world, right?
Problems are problems.
Because you'd kill to be in someone else's spot too. Just remember that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I would like, fuck you, Bill Gates.
Yeah,
fuck you,
but I want to be
Jeff
there
Bezos.
too. Like, I want to go to space too.
I know, right? Like we're complaining how Jeff Bezos was like spending like bajillions of dollars in space.
But if we have the money, we'd do that.
Yeah,
too.
we would too. Like that's why, like every time when someone like that rich does something ridiculous and stupid like that, I think it just comes from a point of jealousy and envy. Yeah. Well, partially, anyways.
Oh yeah. Well, I never actually felt that. Oh, fuck you. I'm like, oh, well, okay, going to space. Oh.
Well, I mean,
good luck coming back.
the main reason why I don't like that they're going to space just for funsies, it's not because it's not like advancing technology or anything. It's just wasting a lot of fuel,
a lot of resource and whatever for.
And then climate change is like, stop it!
No, the damage is already done.
I know, but
there's nothing we can do.
There is a solution.
Just make it faster so we don't have to worry about it ever again. See, the thing is, like now, climate change is gonna change. Now the Earth gonna be so hard to live in that only probably a handful of people will survive, and that people will evolve and become the new humanity.
I'm thinking it's gonna be cockroaches.
Cockroaches don't die from anything, man.
Yeah, so they're probably gonna evolve into.
They survive nuke. Did you know that?
Yeah, so they'll be like humanoid cockroaches.
Oh, I don't think it'll go that high.
You never know. I mean,
I don't think Cockroach will go like it won't. Cockroach will never be bipedal. Is what I'm trying to say.
yeah, they have been.
They have.
Yeah, didn't you read the documentary Terraform Mars?
Documentary Terraformers. I got a heart attack there just now. I had a stroke and I lost sense of both of my eye and brain.
Bosh is twitching on the floor right now.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but
Why am I partnered with this guy?
but the thing is, like, that's what I mean. Like, you never expect humans to evolve to this point. Exactly.
I'm looking at him like, what the fuck is it talking about?
So, like, to think of like another creature or organism to evolve to where we could potentially be is not too far fetched because we happen to chance it here. I'm sure something else can too.
Yeah.
Because it's like
The thing is, like, as long as human is still around, no other life form will turn to another human.
right, but
We won't let it.
the thing is, I don't think
The human needs to die first before another human, quote quote, will emerge. I'm pretty sure.
Like, but I'm thinking we're not gonna be able to like humanity as a whole would be able to survive.
Of course not.
Yeah, so we're probably gonna be extinct at some point.
And that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, dinosaurs got extinct, and we were able to evolve to here. So when we become extinct, maybe
There'll be something
cockroaches.
else. Yeah, maybe cockroach or
Or
maybe
like
bunnies or
like
maybe-
rats or something. I
or
don't
whatever it is from the sea next, right?
know. Yeah, or maybe like an
life comes from the
algae or seaweed or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's something from the water.
It has to be from the sea, always.
Why?
Life begins from the sea. Always.
Life finds a way.
Life starts from the sea.
I think we've been rambling.
Way too far.
We went from In the Heights musical having fun, and we're now talking about
This is not my fault. This is all Alex's fault. He brought climate change. It was him.
This is Fool's Odyssey,
Yeah.
and we're gonna be blasting off in space one day.
Whether we want to or not.
Yeah. Okay, so going back to the
Oh
topic.
my god.
8 out of 10. We recommend watching this movie,
Definitely go for it.
and I think we're probably gonna do musicals for the next little while too.
I'm not informed of this. All right.
I think I want you to watch some musicals.
No, I think we gotta switch it to something first because if I got used to it,
What do you mean?
I'll fall asleep.
Musicals?
Yeah, I don't think we should. I don't want to get used to watching musicals.
No, it's gonna be musicals that I enjoyed watching.
I don't care. Let's watch something else first.
Like, you want to alternate? Like,
Yeah,
musical-
alternate because I don't want to get used to watching something.
Okay.
I get bored. So
All right, sure. All right. Final words.
it was great.
Okay. Yes, great. We recommend it.
Yeah.
Go check it out. And
Watch it with an open mind. It's very fun when you watch it while dancing and singing to it.
oh yeah, for sure. So go ahead and close us off, Bosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. This is Bosh.
This is Alex.
This is Fool's Odyssey episode something.
58, I think.
58?
Yeah, 58.
58. Yeah, thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.
Nice.